Hello and welcome to this bonus edition of the Calm Cockpit podcast. Today, I have for you a very special breakout episode where I'm going to be guiding you through some daily dose exercises for your vision. Before I launch into the actual exercises, I wanted to give you just a few key points to consider so that once you've done the video or listened to the audio a couple of times and done the exercises for yourself, you'll know how to adapt it for your own life. So first thing to know is that this is what I would consider, again, my daily dose, those go-to exercises that help me to relieve eye strain, help to enhance vision, and help to really keep all the muscles that are responsible for moving the eyes in tip-top shape. It also helps with your lymphatic drainage flow. Lymph fluid is basically part of your immune system. And unlike the heart, it doesn't have a pump. You have to move your musculature in order for that lymph fluid to flow. So I don't know if you ever have those puffy eyes when you wake up in the morning. These will help to encourage that lymph fluid to drain and enhance your overall immune functioning. So many benefits to this. So what I would recommend for, times per week for doing this, if you can do it every day, great. If not, shoot for 3 to 5 times a week for these exercises. You can do the full thing all the way through or partial. Consistency is much more important. So if you do just a few things 5 times a week, taking 1 to 2 minutes 5 times a week, that's going to give you the most bang for your buck. It's just like anything we do, consistency over time leads to results. It's kind of the way life works. One way that I have found this to be effective for me weaving it into my life is I've paired these eye exercises with activities I already do. So thinking of things like walking the dog, I have a place where I always stop with my dog. I sit on a bench and I do a couple minutes of these eye exercises and then we move on with our walk. I've also been known to pair them with times where I go to the gym to lift weights and work out. In between sets, I'll do a few eye exercises and sprinkle them in that way. That way, it's not like another thing that we have to do on our schedule. You can just weave it into activities you already do. So think about things in your own life that you could pair this with and just start to integrate them very naturally and easily for yourself. 2 other little points. 1, adapt them for yourself. Once you've done them, you will know what feels best for you. Quick example would be something like if you have a short time and you need to get some good rest, focus on the massage and the cupping of the eyes that you learn. That will be so restful for your mind, your body, and your visual system. And anytime you relax your visual system, it's connected directly through the optic nerve to the brain, to the visual cortex, to the rest of your brain, which will tell your brain in turn, which will in turn tell your nervous system that it is time to rest and find some ease. It is enormously beneficial to find ways to cue our body for rest, and these eye massages that you're going to learn are a great little way to do that. Conversely, if you need to wake up, focus more on the eye movements. You can also pair these with doing them as standalones, stationary, like I'm teaching them, sitting in a chair, really focusing on the eyes. You can do things like cover one eye and focus just on what's happening with one eye and then do them with covering the other eye. I found this really helpful for strengthening my right eye, which is a little bit weaker. It's really increasing my awareness when I do them with just the right eye, sort of open to the world. You can also try them while you're walking. Make sure you're walking in a safe space. Don't go moving your eyes all around in big circles when you're walking in a complex environment. But it can be really beneficial to pair that with depth perception and walking and proprioceptive feedback, which just means movement. So you can do them stationary, moving. Your creativity is really the only limitation here. I'm just throwing out some ideas so that you can adjust and adapt these for how you want to enhance your vision. Last little point, if you have found any of this confusing when you actually do the practices with me, it's all on YouTube on a video so you can see me doing it, especially the massages might be a little hard to see. So check out the YouTube video with the bonus episode. That way you can see literally all of the movements for yourself. And if you have any questions, you get stuck or ideas or things that you've discovered, drop me an email at calmcockpit@gmail.com. So without further ado, let's get to our daily dose of eye exercises. Our visual system plays a key role in our mental health, and there's a couple ways it does this. The very first thing you're going to do, you can do the sitting You can do it standing, you can do it laying down, does not matter. But very first thing you want to do is just get your physical body kind of well established. I'm going to teach it from a seated position because that just feels good. So you want your feet to be well established on the floor. Get your feet well grounded. Have your hips well grounded so you can feel both hips resting evenly. Little length to the spine, maybe feeling the vertebrae can kind of stack one on top of the other. Maybe there's a little space. Hey, maybe the shoulders go up and back. You just kind of prepare yourself there. Let your arms relax, your hands relax. The neck and the head, sometimes I turn my head side to side a little bit and just kind of settle in. Let the top of the head even kind of like relax and open up a little bit. Just kind of have a sit and maybe one slow, deep breath in and then a long exhale. Just signaling to the body that for the next few minutes, you're going to focus on your eyes and giving them a really nice movement and massage, improving the health of the visual system. Then you're just going to take whichever hand you like, your thumb and your forefinger are going to come right on those spots in the center of the eyes where people rub when they have a headache, right on those tear ducts, and you just hold them right there. And for all of these, it's really nice if there's a tendency to drop the head forward towards the hand. And for right now, we're going to keep everything really well aligned. So if your head's dropped forward, keep it into alignment with your spine. And then gently, you're just going to you're going to pinch the thumb and forefinger together. It's like you're gathering the skin together at the center of the nose, and then you release. And then it's a pinch and gather and release. And we're going to do it to a count of like pinch, release, 3, 4. Pinch, release, 3, 4. And I usually count like 3, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go to 9. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, release, pinch, release. 6, release, pinch, release. 7, 2, 3, 4, gentle but firm. 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4. Release your hand. You're going to close the eyes. Open. Slow blink to lubricate. Close. Open. And then close the eyes and one slow, deep breath in and out. Now we're going to bring even more blood to all of those lovely cells. You're going to take your thumb and forefinger again, but this time in your left and your right hand. You're going to start with them on the center spot of the eye. We will put these on YouTube so you can see the video. If you're trying to follow the podcast and it's difficult, we'll put these on YouTube. So find it there. You start them in the center near the tear duct of the eye. We're going to massage all along the orbit of the eye. So now you open, your forefinger is going to go under the eyebrow and your thumb is going to go under the lower rim of the eye. And you just trace that eye orbit all the way out to the temple. Bink. Let your hands relax while you do it. And you just go in the same speed. So it goes about 1 all the way out, back to the center, 2, and make sure you're sitting nice and tall, 3, 4, and keep the eyes closed now that you've got it while you do it. And then 2, 2, 3, 4. There's also another way to do it. I'll show you here. So you do the first one that way you just did, thumb and forefinger tracing along sort of the orbital socket. And then you can take the first finger and the second finger and you do the same thing. So the first finger is under the eyebrow. The second finger is under the lower rim of the eye. And then you use that to trace along all the way to the outside. Sometimes it feels really nice to alternate. So I do the thumb and first finger for 1. And then I do the 2, the index finger and second finger for the second one. So alternating out. And do it at a nice pace. I usually do it at about this speed because you want to get that blood flow going. It's very light pressure. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and then 6, 2, 3, 4. So here I'm doing thumb and first finger, and then right to the other 2 fingers. Thumb and first finger, 2 fingers, relatively quickly. 3, 4. Nice. 3. There you go. 2, 3, 4. Stimulating blood flow. 1 more. 2, 3, 4. And relax. Hands to the lap. Blink. Open. Blink. Open. Close the eyes. 1 slow, deep breath. I got some great blood supply to your eyes. Bring blood supply to your eyes before a doctor needs to cut you open or you need to take a medication to bring blood supply to your eyes. Now we're going to do eye movements. These are great. These will really help with that process of accommodation of near and far vision. And they will also keep lymph fluid stimulated, which is part of your immune system, and keep all of those eye muscles very healthy. So for the movements, don't have to worry about anything that you're looking at. Make sure your posture is nice and long, shoulders are relaxed, top of the head is raised. And we're just going to begin with left and right. So you just look kind of across the horizon. Again, not trying to see here, just doing movements. And you just bring the eyes to the left and then just straight across to the right. And then back to the left. And they're just smooth and steady to the right. If you wear glasses, you can try these with glasses on and with glasses off. Just notice the differences for you. To the left, eyes straight across the horizon to the right, to the left, to the right, center, blink, shut, and 1 slow deep breath. As you exhale, let the eyes completely relax, even let the jaw relax, the ears and the back of the head, because all those muscles are connected. Let everything soften and release. And now vertical movements. Open the eyes, centering the eyes, simply looking up without moving the head. Only the eyes look up, only the eyes look down. Up, down, looking up, down, up, down, center, blink, shut, and take a slow, deep breath in and out. Let the eyes again relax. Corners of the eyes, inside of the eyes, center of the eyes. Even behind the eyes can relax, letting that whole visual system take a break. And then the last movements are circular movements. We're going to use the positions of a clock just for reference. You do not have to look at a specific point. It's not about interpreting the vision right now. It's just moving the eyes in this general direction. So eyes are centered. And then without moving the head, draw the eyes up towards the ceiling as if you were looking at position 12. And we'll do counterclockwise, moving to 11, 10, just whatever vision range feels good, to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up to 12. Continue doing 1 more circle counterclockwise to each point. Moving slowly and smoothly. You are organizing your vision. Thereby, you are organizing your brain. When your eyes reach 12, simply center, close, relax, take a deep breath. Exhaling any stress and tension. Last exercise is clockwise movements. So opening the eyes, centering them, drawing them up to 12, and then around to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Continue on at your own pace. Maybe moving a bit farther this time without strain. backing off if you need to. Whenever your eyes reach 12, center them, close them, relax them completely. Deep breath in. And a long, smooth exhale. And now a magical treat for your eyes. You're going to take your hands and rub them together, particularly the palms, building a lot of heat in the hands. Your body has something like 27,000 nerve endings. A lot of them are in your hands. This is very inherently grounding practice. When you get a nice bit of heat built, you're going to take that heat and apply it directly to the eyes. So you make a little cup with the hand. So the center part of the hand is still open. You take the base of the palm and place that on that cheekbone and then seal out the light and feel the warmth from the hands penetrating the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and relax the eyes completely. Draw the fingertips gently down the face, and we're going to palm the hands 2 more times. Really building a lot of heat and warmth. The more you press, the more friction, the more warmth, the better. Again, we want to increase blood supply to the eyes. It's part of your cardiovascular system. Improved blood flow is always a great benefit. Great to relieve eye strain. This time, when you inhale, feel that you can draw that warmth in through the eyelids, in through the eye, even through the optic nerve, all the way to the brain, sending that message of rest. And then one more time, palming the hands again. If you're returning to work, I would do it this way. Once the eyes are cupped and I was returning to work, I would seal out the light and open my eyes and look up inside the darkness and let that warmth come into the eyes, looking up, again, to stimulate wakefulness. If I wanted to go to sleep, I would look down even with closed eyes and I would let my head lower as well, sending that cue to the brain and body that it's time to rest. So you can adjust this for what you're going to do after. When that heat is dissipated, just draw the hands down the face, keeping the eyes closed, hands return to the lap. Just have a sit for a moment. Maybe a breath. And then gradually open the eyes, take in the room around you. Know that you just did something wonderful for your eyesight.
One departure is Airbus 321, traffic holding crossing runway 33 left 3 lane.